All right, so there you have the announcement from the Hamilton County Prosecutor Joseph Dieter saying no charges will be filed against the mother in connection with her 3-year-old who fell into that encampment where that gorilla was. The gorilla was shot and killed. I want to talk over this decision. Laura Coates is joining us. She's a CNN legal analyst, a former federal prosecutor. Laura, first of all, you think the prosecutor made the right decision here?
Absolutely, Wolf. With the elements of the crime that he was discussing and what the facts of this specific case are, the conduct of that boy's mother did not rise to the level of endangering her child. It rose to the level of a young boy who escaped his mother's grasp and fell into a gorilla enclosure in an unforeseeable way. It was not criminal conduct. They made the right call.
How hard would it have been to make a case against the mother, to file charges against her?
Well, I mean, I'm surprised the prosecutor made the example of had she been in a bathroom smoking crack as the only alternative. But certainly if the mother had made steps and had actually demonstrated that she was not attentive, was not supervising her child, and acted in total disregard for the child's safety, knowing that it may be an alluring thing for the child to be so close to an animal that may have mesmerized him. But here, we did not have any evidence that the mother just was lax in all of her duties. In fact, the case, I believe, talks about she turned her attention away to be handed to other children that she was also supervising, to take a photograph of them. Anything less than that is not neglect in any way. What we had here is a clear-cut example of a child acting like a 3-year-old child would do, and the consequences were terrible.
Is there a civil case? No criminal charges are being filed against the mother, but is there a civil case that the zoo or any other group potentially could make against the family?
Absolutely, and that's one of the issues that I think people are having with the zoo taking these kind of, they're called remedial measures after the fact, to rise the level of that fence, to provide netting. It acknowledges in some part, although it had never happened before, that there was a step that needed to be taken to prevent this very kind of thing happening. And so when the zoo took that action, they opened themselves up to liability for saying that they did not take the appropriate steps in advance. Also, ironically enough, the parents could actually bring some type of a suit against the zoo for not taking better steps to ensure the child's safety. That would be a little bit odd given this scenario, but odder things have happened in the legal system in America.
So there could be civil suits against the zoo, you're saying, but what about against the mother or against the family?
The suits against the mother would largely not be there because it's about damages, the financial damages, and who would be the person they're suing on behalf of? Harambe the gorilla? I think not. Perhaps the zoo would say, ideally, well, you know, we had to take these steps because of your child's conduct, and your actions set a domino effect in the wheel in motion to do this. However, these will not be successful likely because it was the third party, the zoo, who independently decided that a death had to occur. They took the steps to actually execute Harambe the gorilla, and that was not part of what happened with the mother's own conduct. So if there is a civil suit, it would likely not be successful at all for those reasons.
Once again, the prosecutor, the Hamilton County Prosecutor, Joseph Dieter, is announcing no charges, no criminal charges will be filed against the mother in connection with her 3-year-old who fell into that area where the gorilla was. All right, Laura, thanks very much for that report. Laura Coates is our CNN legal analyst. Coming up, we'll switch gears.